May 13th, 1981, 1717. St. Peter's Square is full. Thousands of people, cameras, noise, movement. The Pope-mobile moves slowly through the crowd. John Paul II stands up, leaning toward people, blessing children. Then, 4 shots, at point-blank range. He collapses instantly. Blood visible, chaos everywhere. Within seconds, the attacker is on the ground, surrounded by civilians. One man. At least, that's what it looked like. Because what happened after those shots never fully made sense. Date: May 13th, 1981. Location: St. Peter's Square, Vatican time. Around 1700, general audience begins. By 1710, John Paul II is moving through the square in an open white vehicle. No bulletproof enclosure. Close contact with the crowd. At approximately 1717, the shots are fired. Shooter: Mehmet Ali Ağca. Distance: a few meters. Weapon: 9mm semi-automatic pistol, Browning high power. 4 shots. 2 hit the Pope, abdomen, hand. 2 hit bystanders. Ann Audra, American tourist. Rose Hall, Jamaican visitor. Immediate reaction. Crowd initially confused, then panic. Civilians overpower Ağca within seconds. Italian police take control almost immediately. The Pope is placed in the vehicle and rushed out. Destination: Gemelli Hospital. At Gemelli Hospital, a full surgical team is assembled immediately. Lead surgeon, Dr. Francesco Crucitti. Injuries: bullet passed through abdomen, severe internal bleeding, damage to intestines, missed major arteries by millimeters. Operation length: over 5 hours. Key detail: if the bullet trajectory had been slightly different, death on the spot. He loses a massive amount of blood. At one point, his condition is described as extremely grave, but he survives. Official stabilization: late evening, May 13th. Full recovery: months. This is where the story should end, but it doesn't. Name: Mehmet Ali Ağca. Born January 9th, 1958. Malatya, Turkey background. Member of Turkish ultra-nationalist group Grey Wolves. Involved in political violence in the late 1970s-1979. Assassinates Turkish journalist Abdi İpekçi. He is arrested, then escapes from prison the same year. After escaping, he reportedly travels across multiple countries: Bulgaria, Iran, possibly others in Europe. In 1981, he appears in Rome. On May 13th, he is in the crowd, armed, waiting. No visible support on site, no team, just him. That's the official version. Immediately after arrest, Ağca is interrogated by Italian authorities. At first, claims he acted alone. Then, changes his story. Multiple times, he begins to suggest international conspiracy, connections to foreign intelligence, involvement of Bulgarian operatives. This becomes known as the Bulgarian Connection. Key allegation: Bulgarian secret services, possibly linked to the Soviet bloc, helped organize the attack. Why? Because John Paul II was Polish, openly anti-communist, influential in Eastern Europe. Cold War context matters here. Italy launches a major investigation. Several Bulgarians are arrested and put on trial in the 1980s. Outcome: insufficient evidence. They are acquitted. No definitive proof of a larger network, but no clean explanation either. Ağca continues to contradict himself. Different versions, different names, different motives. Nothing fully lines up. Date: December 27th, 1983. Location: Rebibbia Prison, Rome. John Paul II enters the cell of Mehmet Ali Ağca. They sit face to face. No cameras inside capturing the conversation. No full transcript. They speak privately for about 20 minutes. Afterward, the Pope publicly forgives him. But the key detail: he never reveals what was said. Not to the public. Not in detail. Not later. Whatever was discussed in that room stays there. Facts: a man fired 4 shots on May 13th, 1981. The Pope was critically wounded. The attacker was captured instantly. He had a violent past and had escaped prison. He survived the attempt. Unresolved. Did he act alone? Why did his story change so many times? Were there external handlers? Why did no version fully hold up in court? There is no single answer that explains everything cleanly. Just fragments, statements that don't match, and a version of events that works, only if you don't look too closely. One man, 4 shots, a moment seen by thousands, and a story that should have been simple. But decades later, it still isn't. Because sometimes the real question isn't who pulled the trigger, it's whether that was ever the full story.